Good morning, all you wonderful people. I got a new deck yesterday and we're all going to share. I apologize if you watched the last video. The sound was off. I was using a microphone for a different piece of camera equipment, so it had a weird like delayed reaction shuffle, so I took that video down. But what it was about, and I was really in the spirit to do that right at that moment, but I'm going to do that later in the day, the same one almost repeated, because the cards were so magical that I'm very upset, because everyone had major arcana and beautiful reads for Are We Connecting to Our Angel Guides, which I loved. This one is like, what kind of magic does this weekend have in store for me? Because I feel like a lot of really cool things are going to happen this weekend for you guys. I feel like you're going to meet funny, goofy people, you know, back to Dr. Seuss, the places you'll go, and it'll be like, yeah, you ever just go out and somebody says something weird to you and you're like, bitch, I don't know you're alive. Like, yeah, I can't go out and discuss what I do because I literally get everybody, tell me, tell me, tell me. And there's a time and a place for that, you know what I mean? And same with the kind of jobs you have. You ever tell somebody, I don't know, you're a taxidermist, and they're like, oh, can you come stuff my gerbil that I've had, and it's in my my walk-in freezer for 7 years, and you're like, I'm good. No, but seriously, there's like just this energy for this weekend, and it's so magical. Look at the strand I got yesterday of rose quartz. I want to have it underneath there because it's a love stone, and I feel very loving and light and free with my guides just connecting with me, because I got so frightened this morning and sad, because sometimes when I'm dealing with equipment and people and all those things, I get just frustrated, and I'm like, is this really worth my time? But I'm like, what are you going to go out in the corporate world? Or no, this is my calling and I understand it, and sometimes we hit glitches, and I have people that help me with that. So if you're feeling like that on your path, just be like, wow, I am guided, I can relax. You know what I mean? It's about wanting instant results. Sometimes it's so silly. I'm like, why do I even do that? Who cares? I don't need everything immediately. You know what I mean? No. And I'm with some alpha people around, and they like certain results, and I'm like, I just want to film by myself and talk to my viewers and stuff. I don't need everything to be on friggin' Scorsese level. And it gets frustration. You ask for help, but again, being patient and stuff, you know what I mean? Just pausing and being gentle and calm. Okay, so again today, what does this weekend have in store for me? I feel like a lot of really cool magic stuff is going to happen. Look at this ring I got too from eBay. It's a garnet with silver, and these things circulate. So I take my thumb when I'm thinking, and it's like a meditation for me. It's very weird, and it ended up matching my rose quartz bracelet that I made. So I was like, whoa! Like, I love ancient Roman-looking Celtic jewelry, and I was going nuts. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell you something, because I'm going to have a cool giveaway, because I'm so excited for you guys. And my house is literally starting to look like Aladdin's cave. Okay, so number one, what does the weekend have in store for me with the turquoise heart? Like in terms of love, excitement, all that. Number two is the onyx, and number three is the pink calcite. You guys were also saying how much you like that. I might buy some strands of that and make some jewelry like that for my store, because you guys are really into that color. People that like pink utterly love pink. It's amazing. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, like I love deep purples. I'll forget it if it's the ugliest shirt, but it's in a deep purple and I like the color. I'll have it just to look at the fabric and relax. Definitely. And my earrings I wore yesterday, I saw these tassels. I was like, these things are ridiculous. I need them. Okay, so here we go. We're going to give ourselves a little thought here. Turquoise, onyx, pink calcite. What is in Pandora's box this weekend? But only good stuff. Please, please, please. You know, I feel like a lot of things are culminating, and there's just things that are beautiful things that are trying to come through in my angel guides. And I consulted some people, because I'm like, yeah, sometimes, you know, we question our paths, and our angel guides and stuff are very gentle and loving in how they reveal themselves to us. Because if they're just like, pow, mother effer, I'm right here and this is what's going to happen, you'd be scared, right? You're like, oh no. Like, I watched, I think it was American Gods, and I'm like, I believe in all that shit. I'm like, am I crazy because I believe in that? It was literally everything that happens. There's all kinds of angelic guides everywhere, and sometimes in us, around us. It's too much. It's too excellent. Okay, so turquoise. What can I expect this weekend? Come on, Dr. Seuss. Let's hook them up. Look at these new cards. Can you even breathe looking at these? Holy shit. Whoa. Wow. So we have the Hermit with strength and the Wheel. Okay, I see. Yeah, you guys, you just got it. You're gathering strength for some cool stuff here. Yeah, because what happens when we have the Hermit? We simply take a step back and breathe in, circulate what's going through our mind and our body, and start to come to terms with it. Like, you know, you have this newfound strength and direction, and it buoys you and it facilitates you going on to bigger, better ideas and things and people. And the Wheel is, you are circulating up from this high perspective now. You know, life is a wheel. It is circular. It's ever growing, ever expanding, because if we don't evolve, like I always say, we simply repeat. We don't want to repeat. We don't want to do things that we've already done, especially if they don't have great results, right? No way. We want that wheel to turn and go higher and higher, so we can get that perspective of that high cliff top looking down on everything. You know what I mean? We want to be on the top of the Grand Canyon looking down, not in the bottom of the Grand Canyon just looking at a brown slate wall, right? And when we start to have that expansive mind sequence and see that and absorb things, we attract things that the universe knows we're ready for, and they're good things and they're powerful things, and they're also things that make us vibrate higher. So we attract that strong love, you know what I mean? That strong love. Look at that. I got so psyched when I saw these. I'm like, could the colors be any richer, more vibrant? Wow, I love these. It's amazing. I love them so much. Yeah, I just stare at these. These are so colorful and so beautiful. So listen, if that's you, yes, you are together. You are stepping back a little bit. You're regaining your strength and your focus so you can go out in the world as your best possible self, be at your highest perspective, and attain those things you want to attain. Like, your energy is so good this weekend. It's so welcoming and it's so strong and it's so, again, you don't need a plan B. You're like, death ground, plan A, this is my only plan. I'm going nuclear. I'm going out in the universe is vibrating with me. I'm going to find the people, places, and things I need to grow and be happy. It's going to be amazing for you guys. And listen, if you're checking out right now after this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're new viewers, all my links are below for your private reads. And I am doing a special just for today because I did have what I can just call a brush with my guides, with the birds and the things then when I asked them. So I wanted to do a reward. So you guys are always saying how much you like all my rings, and I literally have about 20 rings like this. Most of them are silver. They're amethyst, pearl, all these beautiful things. So if you order a read, the first 7 people who order a read today, because this is kind of a magic day, I'm going to include one of the rings in you. I'll send you photographs on your email. You get to pick. And then I will, and you send your address as well. When I do your read, I will mail one off to you because they're infused with really good energy, and I wear them all the time. And I love rings. I do believe, especially, this is your left hand is your receiving hand, and your right hand is your giving hand. And I feel, yeah, I just feel magic when I put them on, especially the stones, and I wear them all the times. And I want to share everything with you guys because my channel is doing so well, and your feedback just is beautiful. So thank you if that's you guys. And look at this with the strength in the middle and the wheel. Yeah, be on that higher perspective. Be accepting. Be like, I got this. You know what I mean? I'm going out in the world and I'm looking from a high perspective. Anybody who's being silly, tiny, gossipy, you don't need to engage with, right? You just keep it moving, folks. You're like, bitch, I don't know your life. That's my go-to in my room when I'm like freaking out on things. Just cracks me up. Okay, number 2. Ooh, the beauty of it. The beauty. Dude with the major arcana. Jesus Christy, son of crackers. Look at you guys go. Oh my God, you are taking no prisoners. You are staying still when you are in a place where you don't have the final answer that you want. You are grown up and mature enough to go, I'm standing still. Why, there's a fracas or a fray or whatever's going on around you, because there's going to be some kind of squabbling I see for a lot of you. I don't know if you're at a bar, a club, a library, where you are, but things are turmoil in little spats, and you just are looking like you're sitting like the pretty queen that you are, or king. You're just stepping back and watching the show. Get your popcorn because some weird stuff's going to go on there. And then you're going to come to a realization, you know what, this is not the place for me. These are not the people for me. You're like a snake that just sheds its skin. You're like, you know what, these people bring me down to a lower vibration. This atmosphere, this place, people, places, and things all vibrate. This also habits. Sometimes we have habits. You wake up, if you start watching Netflix from 5 in the morning till maybe midnight, maybe there's a new game you gotta start playing. You know what I mean? But look, every single thing is a major arcana, which is like your spirit guides are just shifting you and turning you and evolving you. They're like, no. When you're doing this too often, you need that shift. You need that new perspective from you are a beautiful being. You're a beautiful human being. We all are. We're all just trying our best. You know what I mean? We're trying our best to live, communicate, and function in this 3D, which can be heavy because people, goddamn, like we don't know people are deceptive or lie, cheat, and steal and try to get one over on us. My whole life I've been super generous, and if I have money, here you go. I'm your independent banker. Here you go, go. Joy, here you go. When I'd make it, I'd hand it out. And it's so funny because I remember one time giving a coworker a piece of jewelry for Christmas. And I knew the type she was, not quite yet, that she was just a taker and she had a lot of bad juju in her for sure. And she was like, these are nice, thank you, but I like that one you're wearing. I am not kidding you. That's how she spoke to me. And I took it off and I said, well, here you go, because you obviously need it more than I do. Because it was one of those things that was like, instead of a thank you, it was like that more. We all know those people. You know those people. And guess what? You're like, peace out, bitches. I got people, places, and things I got to do on a higher level. People that get the death card, I love the hell out of this because you're like, I do not accept this. It's like hallowed ground now. You're stepping away. You're going into that place that gives you balance and focus and where you're received like the type of queen you should be or king. You know, not, oh, good, here's somebody, give us money, give us rides, give us this. No, start valuing yourself and your time. And you're staying still long enough to give yourself that message, which is very important. And guess what? You're the justice dealer. You're friggin' Nicolas Cage in that weird ass movie where he rides around on a motorcycle and kills everyone. You don't, metaphorically, you're like, pew, 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 pew. You're the death dealer. You're not doing it anymore. Thanks for playing. Peace out. Bitch, I don't know you're alive. That's what I'm going to say from now on. You know what I mean? Because people come at you sideways, and I feel like this group, they're swimming through it, and they're going, oh, this is excess stuff I don't need. For sure, you do not need this. You do not need this. So you guys, yeah, you're swimming through shark-infested waters and just coming outside going, I'm good. I gotta go. You people are annoying. That's it. So that's you. That's amazing. I love self-realizations because you love yourself. You value yourself. And it's funny that came with the heart. You value yourself. You realize your time is as valuable as anybody else's. Always remember that. It's very important. So if you're new, let me know what you think. And if you're subscribing, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just so pleased and so happy to have you guys saying and doing all these wonderful things for me. I appreciate you guys so much. You're so lovely and everybody's growing and it's so beautiful. Yeah, man, we're just trying to do our best and treat each other well. You know what I mean? So again, if you have any stupid comments, just keep them to yourself. They're rare and few and far between. I realize those people have a lot of time on their hands, but guess what? We have people here trying to live, learn, and serve, and we don't have time for your bottom feeding garbage. So get on your sleigh and go away. So number 3. Ooh, temperance. That's what I needed to look. The devil and the tower. Okay, you guys, I'm not kidding. You need to go back and look at 1 and 2 because everything is major arcana. If you just tapped into this, the last one was the wheel, strength, and the hermit. All major arcana for number 2. Justice, the hangman, and death. Or back that up, each one of wherever. Seriously, every single card from this deck has been major arcana so far. And look how beautiful they are. Temperance. Wow. The devil. I just made a video before this and the sound was off. So I had to redo it. And I'm glad. When stuff goes glitchy, I know the world is saying, hey, you could do better. You got to slow your roll and be more clear. Look at these. The vibrance of these cards. Aren't they amazing? I love them, love them. And I was just saying to my other group too, I'm doing a fun thing for the weekend because I love you guys so much. Everybody has been complimenting me on all my rings. Look, these spin around. I'm like, wee. I have 1 million rings and I feel like I'm becoming Aladdin's cave. So for the first 7 people that order their private reads for the weekend, I'm going to get your mailing address and show you your choice of rings. There's like 20 of them, and you get a free ring with your read. And I'll put the sizes down with each thing too, because I want to give back some of this stuff too, and I feel like I do not need an accumulation of jewels and all these excesses, you know what I mean? I want to share, and I feel like they are infused with energy. I love rings, but again, I don't want to have insane amounts of things. So that is, you guys, that is super, 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 super cool. So this is what I get from this, and I love this. I have a tree in my backyard, and I'm going to post this picture of me. The tree has 2 wooden things that go out in either direction. It looks like antlers, and if you stand in front of it, it looks just like antlers, and it's crazy. So this is what I get from this. Don't get scared at the devil at all, because look, the Tower and Temperance are on each side. You are going through what I call major internal alchemy. You're coming to realizations. Okay, you know your shadow side. You know whether you have certain addictions. You know whether you like to overspend. I feel some of that. Whether maybe you're a little oversexed. Maybe you like to drink a little too much. Maybe you like to, you're a little vain. Any of those things. We all have those qualities. I mean, I'm learning to balance out, but I almost would get upset. Like when I was a little vain at some of my other jobs, I knew my jobs well. I knew how to do it, and I knew I was a top performer. So every once in a while I'd get in there and I'd just say something smart ass like, oh really, this is how we do this now? You know what I mean? I was like, and that's not necessary for me to say. Everybody, even, well, I was going to say everybody's trying. No, nobody tried most of the time. But people don't like to be devalued, and I'm learning that too. Never devalue somebody, especially in the face of others. And you're learning these things with Temperance. You're realizing, yes, my friends, some people, places, and things are bad influences, and they're not that great, but I don't need to put them on blast. I don't need to let everybody know in the world that this person is not doing as well as they should be. If I can't get that point across any better, it's so important to me that we just treat each other well, because what happens is they know that you know already, you know what I mean? They already know that you're aware of their faux pas, faults, and all that, and the fact that you're not putting them on blast and drawing attention to them, it invokes love in them. It invokes love, it invokes sympathy, it invokes heartfelt, it just is that high vibration that you know, but you know. You're wearing a watch, but you're not telling everybody what time it is. You know what I mean? I know martial arts. I don't go around kicking everybody in the groin because I can. Sometimes I'd like to do that, but I'm not going to. And the Tower, because it's your realization. We're starting from the ground up. You are just ripping away those old behaviors that you know don't serve you, so you can step into this new light-hearted, heavy manifestation, law of attraction mode to get what you want this weekend. You're going to be invited places. You're going to be going to all kinds of stuff. Fairs, weddings, all those things, and you're excited about it. And that's amazing. And you guys, seriously, when you see somebody in there, because this devil card is more about how you're observing other people's not so great attributes, you simply just give them a nod like, hey man, I've been there too, so what? You know what I mean? Because we've all been there. We've not all been at our best all the time. I'm the most talking machine. Whenever I try to focus on my reads, sometimes I go off on crazy tangents. Most of you are hilarious and very sweet about it, but some people are like, bitch, I don't know your life. You know what I mean? It's like, make it about me. And that's what some people want. And this is about you guys. So again, knowing what you know, and that things have to start at the root. You can't have dry rot and all those problems in your base of your home and then have a palace over it. You know what I mean? It's going to cave in for sure. You're observing these odd behaviors because you're kind of in the judge zone. You know what I mean? You're on the X Factor. You're judging these people singing. But you don't say, you're shit, man. You need to get off the stage ASAP or I'm calling the cops. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you could use a few more voice lessons. Things like that. We're tempering our speech and our behaviors. Yes. Oh my gosh. So you guys, so that's you. And if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have so much cool new stuff going on and fun giveaways. Like I said before, all my stuff is on the links below if you need a private read. And I'm doing that fun thing where I'm going to list out like 20 of my rings and you get to choose one with your read because everybody's complimenting them and saying so many nice things, and I really don't need my crazy room overbrimming with jewels because people are very nice and they gift me a lot of things, but I don't need my house to look like a warehouse, and I love, and I get to experience them, and now you get to experience them. Especially look at this. This is beautiful. You guys, I'm not kidding you. Look at this. If you stayed to the end, this was one reading. This was the other. Major Arcana, Justice, all major arcana, the Wheel, the Strength, the Hermit, every single card pulled from this new deck. When I saw this new deck, I said, hallelujah, give me this deck, give me this deck. And I just, I knew right away, this is a special, special deck, and I love it. You know what I mean? It is like, I keep seeing Seth MacFarlane in my head, so if you guys are also him, I hear his weird little voices. I love him to death. I don't know what's going on. I think I need to watch him to come back down. He's like my coffee. I love him. He's so talented, and also if you watch him in interviews, I love him. He's just a born performer, and yeah, he's a really cool, groovy guy. I love him. If you ever see him in like instances having a natural moment with like Charlize Theron, they're funny as hell. I love them, love them. So you guys relax this weekend. Take it easy. You have some really cool stuff coming your way. Like I can't even, and I'm seeing very specific things. So yeah, a lot of you guys have twin flames in the offing. You have soul companions. Like I keep saying, I know it sounds crazy. Some of you walking into a forest, and further in the forest, there is a man just sitting there, and he's sitting on a bench, and he's like, and he's wearing dark green too, so like you don't even see him. It's like a weird vision, but that